This is 30. The final drive, the journey home, the end of the road, the end of an era, the beginning of something new, the time where the credits roll. We're driving home. See you there, muskrats and... Dang it. Okay, muskrats and trans fats. Yes. At long last,
Excuse me.
we are home. Can I help you?
I'm watching something.
Is that a problem?
Yes, I can't hear.
I apologize.
Okay.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay. At long last, we have made it home. After many, many miles of driving, we have arrived back in Chicago. Everyone's really excited about it. Today, but the speaking doesn't stop. Today I'm doing a little speaking thing at a gathering called Second Sunday. For those of you who know, I grew up going to a camp and then working at that camp, and then that camp is through an organization, and that organization once a month, they've started gathering a lot of their high school students together, and I'm going to be the speaker there this month. So I'm really excited about that. Erin and I are eating some lunch, and then I'm going to shower, change, and go do that. While I'm doing that, here's what I was thinking about in the car while I was driving to get lunch. Okay, let's get really real about something for a second. You know, I hear a lot of people say, you know, I want to make a difference, but I'm just kind of shy. Like if I was just less shy, or if I was as extroverted as you are, John, then I might start a YouTube channel, or I might start sharing my work, or I might start doing this, or I might start doing that. Here's a little secret for you though. I am not an extrovert. I am very much introverted. If you ask any of the people who spend legitimate time around me, the people I'm closest to, they will all tell you that I am much more introverted than I am extroverted. The way that I describe it is I describe myself as a site-specific extrovert, meaning that there are certain situations you can place me in where I become a bit more extroverted. For example, after I do a speaking engagement and I'm meeting people, that is a space, that is a time where I'm a little more extroverted. Or when I'm working at a summer camp as a counselor, I'm a bit more extroverted. Part of that is because I have to be, and the other part of it is because I'm in a position where connecting with people, that gives me life, that gives me energy. And a lot of other times, I'm much more to myself. I am very, very quiet and to myself. That's what actually fills me up. So do not believe the lie that you need to be an extrovert or you need to be a people person in order to make a difference, because that is a lie. And more than that, it is one of those subtle excuses that we give ourselves. Oh, I'm too shy. You know, that's just the way God made me. There is no formula. There is no exact makeup for a person who makes a difference, or for a person who does God's will in their life and makes a big impact. If you look at all the people in the world, if you look at Billy Graham versus Mother Teresa versus, you know, whoever it might be, none of them have any sort of qualities that you could really say are common throughout all of them, except for maybe I would argue a couple. One, they have a life that is committed to God and committed and surrendered to Christ. And then the other half of it is they use their specific giftings or their specific makeup that God has given them, and they leverage those strengths, they leverage who they are to make a difference. So whether they're introverted, they use that to make a difference. They use that to connect with just one person. You know, whether they're old or maybe they have a physical handicap, they're in a wheelchair. They leverage that to make a difference. Oftentimes, what we use as our excuses for not starting something are actually the perfect opportunity for us to start something. And so that is the sermon of the day, and I got really inspired while I was driving, so I apologize if you can't even see me in this shot. I didn't check it, but hopefully you can hear it, and that's the important thing. Leverage your strengths. Leverage who you are to make a difference. You do not have to be an extrovert. You do not have to be anything except for surrendered to Christ and willing to leverage who you are and who God made you to be.
All right, I'm showered, I'm coiffed, and I'm off to do this little speaking engagement. We gonna tear the house down.
Okay, here's the deal. I feel very Susie Q, like laying on my bed, talking to the camera. So that gathering, second Sunday, it was with a group of students that are very, very close to my heart, and my hope is that you'll be hearing more from that organization pretty soon. I'm working on a new project with them for those students, but I'm not going to tell you too much about it right now. More to come, I promise you. Right now it's Sunday night. This is really the end of the tour. And tomorrow starts a couple new things for me. One is I start getting back on the healthy eating train tomorrow, and nutrition and fitness and all of that. It's kind of strange that nutrition and fitness hasn't been such a big part of these vlogs, because that is such a huge part of my life. But being on the road, and I'm also struggling with an injury right now, and all of those things just contributed to me having to take some time off working out. And it's not always easy to eat healthy on the road, as much as the salads at Wendy's are delicious. So tomorrow starts that. And so I hope you all will keep me accountable to it, because this right here has gotten a bit out of control, and it needs to be controlled. So hold me accountable to it. And other than that, it's figuring out, how am I gonna provide for my family, give to others, and glorify God in this next season. In this next season, I'm considering it really the next 2-3 months. Yeah, how I've been praying about it, and how am I going to do those 3 things, which is what I build my life around: provide for your family, give to others, and glorify God. And if you want to, I would really appreciate if you would all really pray for me in that. Pray that God would provide opportunities for me to do that, and pray that I would be faithful in those opportunities. That would be a blessing to me. And last but not least, I hope you all realize that I have been reading the comments. And usually what I do is at the end of the day, while I'm uploading the next vlog, I'll go back in the previous vlog and I'll read the comments. And I read them all. I can't reply to all of them, but I do read them all. And so if you're still not commenting, it's time to do it. And today, I'd like you to comment, what are you most excited for in this next season? Whether the next season for you is the next 3 months or so, like I'm considering it, or it's the next year or next 5 years. What are you most excited for in the next season? Comment below. And I'm going to go watch some football and eat my face off as a final huzzah before we hit the nutrition train tomorrow. Susie Q, out. Don't know if I've ever said this on the vlog. Keep being awesome.